I 26 meters just found out I'm a dad and my wife 24F is not the mother. Hello. I don't know what to do. I have seen similar posts here on similar issues but can't find them to look at others' advice. Last month, I got a call and finally answered it after it called several times, leaving several voicemails. I thought it was a spam caller or a horrible joke. It was from the mom of my high school ex-girlfriend. She explained that, unfortunately, her daughter died in an accident, and my daughter had no place to go and was wondering if I could take her in. I asked her to repeat herself for 2 reasons. 1. My daughter? 2. I have a daughter? When I was in high school, my family had to move right before my senior year, and it caused my ex and I to break up, and we lost contact. I don't have traditional social media, and I was a rare case of not having a phone back then. Somehow, it came out that she said I was the father because she never was with anyone else. Her mom tracked me down and got my info. She currently has my daughter, but due to medical reasons, she can't keep her. I submitted to a paternity test, and it came out that I am 100% her dad. Now I have been married to my wife for about 2 years. When I told her, it made our relationship rocky. She isn't against the idea but knows it will be a major change to our living arrangement and future plans. We live in a 2-bedroom apartment and planned for kids in 3 years. We are not set up for having a child. Plus, she at this point is a stranger and several states away. I have only seen pictures, and she looks identical to her mom, but she has my eyes and smile. I have no doubt she is mine. Any advice is helpful at this point, even if it is just linking me to past posts for a similar situation. Thanks. ETA. I did do a paternity as stated above. She is mine, no doubt, tested several times. Also, I know this has come up in the subreddit before. This is not fake or a joke. So, thanks for that. I'm still getting used to the terminology. I made a comment about her mom. That would be my daughter's grandma or my ex's mom. My advice would be to talk to the foster parent Reddit forums and ask how they would transition a child into their homes. I really feel sad for the mom, grandmother of the child. The mom just lost her daughter in an accident. She knows that she does not have good health and had to make the very difficult decision to send the granddaughter to the father's place because it's in the granddaughter's best interests. That must have been a very tough call for her to make. I don't have any suggestion on the question you asked. However, I'd urge you to treat the grandmother with compassion and treat her well in your interactions. I think that if she were healthy with a good income, she may not even have made the efforts to track you down. She's not a small child, so she won't need that much a setup. I can understand why your wife would be upset. I mean, that's pretty life-altering. Have you considered counseling? For everyone involved, this is a big change for her too. Child. She just lost her whole support system. Be prepared to help her cope with the death of her mother for one. With moving states, finding out you even exist, and having to deal with you and your wife. That will be a lot for her, I'm sure, so you, as the adult, will need to take on a lot to support her in all of that. You, not your wife. She will be there, of course, but since your kid was raised by a single mom and lost her, it would be inappropriate for your wife to just step into a motherly role right away. It will be a process if it ever happens. Your daughter may well never accept your wife as a mother figure, and you both need to accept that from the get. Hell, she may not even see you as a father figure because she never knew about you. Also, be brutally honest with yourself and your wife about what life will look like moving forward, especially financially with your daughter now, and with any children you may wish to have in the future. Plan for your wife to leave, because it's a possibility, and since your daughter has already lost one parent, not even consider. You have to look into who would look after her if you were to die. Clearly being young doesn't mean anything since her mom died. So you can't push this off. She will need reassurance that if you were to also die, she would be okay. Don't push the responsibility onto your wife though. Discuss it with her. You could die the day after your daughter comes to live with you. What then? The worst thing has already happened for this little girl. So it's on you as her other parent to take that seriously and plan accordingly. But you must accept that perhaps your wife won't want to care for her if you're not around. Maybe she will one day. But this is a lot to take in all at once. This must be incredibly overwhelming for you and your wife. So imagine what it's like for your little girl. Her life has been shattered, and she'll soon be uprooted from everything she's ever known. She'll need a lot of reassurance and stability. If I'm doing the subtraction correctly, she seems fairly young. If she was a teenager herself, it might be worse for her to be taken from her support system. If she does come stay with you though, therapy and understanding is a must. As hard this is for you to grasp right now, you can only imagine what it must be like for her. Who is listed on the child's birth certificate? My boyfriend found out he was a father when his son was 10. A guy dating the mother thought my BF should know he had a son and tracked him down. I'm sure it was a shock, but my BF bought a house and wanted his son to live with him. But he only does on weekends. I have no advice except this does happen. I assume she is close with her grandma. How long can grandma look after her? It may be good for her to finish the school year where she is, and if possible, you go there to visit a few times so she can get to know you in a familiar environment. Phone calls, Skype, care packages between visits. Look at starting family therapy virtually to help talk about what the transition to living with you will look like. Your marriage may not survive, and that's no one's fault. But start with couples therapy to see if there's a way to get through it together. If you end up single, can you afford to take care of her solo? Look at what kind of benefits can be applied for and find out if there is any life insurance that can possibly set up a trust college fund for her. First, you need to meet your child. She needs to know you had no idea she existed, or you would have been in her life sooner. Your wife is understandably taken aback by all of this. Hopefully, she will adjust and embrace the idea. You need to meet your daughter on your own first. Then introduce your wife. Please don't overwhelm her. She's going through a lot right now also. She just lost her mother and is being, as she might see it, fobbed off on a stranger by her only remaining family. You don't know this child or how she has been raised, so you definitely want to have a therapist ready for all of you. Single and joint therapy. Good luck on all fronts. Honey, do you want to take her in? Why can't any of the mom's family take her in? How fast will this go if you take her in? Like you said, she is a stranger, you don't know each other. I feel sorry for everyone involved. That poor kid, but also your poor wife. Start with counseling for everyone. Go get your daughter and give her the best life you possibly can. Dude, it's going to be awesome. Go with your wife and pick her up and tell her this is a great surprise for you, and wife and you are looking forward to getting to know her and being part of her life moving forward. Ask her her favorite food, favorite music, favorite shows, favorite things to do. Let her know that you will take her back to visit the hometown this summer. Stop and get ice cream on the way home. School will be over in a few months. It's a decent time to transition. Best of luck to you. No clue how anyone believes these posts. How old is your daughter again? How long ago did your daughter's mother die? Is she getting counseling? And not to pry, But you should know how she died, because that could make a huge difference in your daughter's mental health. I really want to feel sad, but I see variations of this story every day, and the style of writing is extremely similar in each. 1. Girlfriend from years ago. 2. Married to another woman and they never have kids. 3. Informed of a secret daughter. 4. Mother of the daughter is always involved in some mystery accident. 5. Granny can never keep the child. Also, why would you take a DNA test several times? One thing I wondered reading the post is why is accident in quotes. It's your kid, man. Only get a chance to be this child's dad one time. Don't let it get away. It's not the end of the world for your current situation. Will it be tough? Sure, but you can bet your ass it will be worth it. Well, what do you want to do? It's your choice. So, what would you like to do?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.